Hello everybody, it's Flesson19 and welcome back to my mini-series guide on how to get your character and clan up to a great point in the game in which you can become a mercenary or vassal and have a great start in 300 days or less. So we just got our artisan community. We are now going to pump free renown into this, and we should be clan tier 2 before we get to our destination. That means that we'll be able to pick up another companion. I don't know if you've noticed this, but as you can see, these guys moved. I placed them in different locations, and they're all staying there. So that is something that I'm going to have to put in a bug report. They moved back to the home base. So now that we've finished up, we technically still have horses on us. So we're going to start making our way over and grabbing materials. But along the way, we can still sell because we have all these points sitting here. And this can actually help us get more levels. And content trades is a really good perk, especially when you're smithing. Because while in a settlement, wages are decreased by 50%. So if you wanted to, you could have pumped a 4th point into trade, and we'd probably be 150 right now. Now that, of course, is more of a sandbox thing that you want to do. Another thing you could do is get rid of all your high-tiered troops so they don't cost as much. That is why you see I didn't raise them up to a high level. I only have a 258 wage. I'm still making positive money. If I increased them up to 3, 4s, and 5s, I'd probably be over. And I could still pick up 2 more men. And why do I want to do it? The more men you have, the faster you gain steward. So now we can go ahead and look to trade. Let's continue to do it. That's okay. We'll get rid of a couple. Desert horses? That's okay. We'll get rid of some. We could still make more money because you might want to get that perk. Fish? Yeah, good price on fish. And that's even a decent price on grain. Yeah, remember for grain, we paid like 4 and 5 for it. Here's another 15,000. Look at this. We gained another point, and we're probably almost to the next level too. Yeah, we're almost 127. So, and we got almost our level. This is right here going to give us our last point in smithing. So we're perfectly going to have all of our points when it's time to smith. See how we're getting everything perfectly when I set it up? We got our steward done. We wanted to get our 3 points when it was time for trading, which we kind of missed just by a tiny bit. We got our full 5 points for smithing. Now, our endurance is a little bit low, so that's going to hurt us on smithing a bit. So now what we want to do is we want to go start looking for parts. Now, what we're looking for is something called, I believe they're like Pugios or Pugios, okay? Those are going to be based in all Empire territory. And then we want to pick up Southern throwing daggers from Aserai territory. Now, this is kind of still what you could almost call a little bit of a cheat or something like that, because they give amazing materials when realistically they shouldn't, which Ortesia just went under siege, as you can see, because I pressed it and it stopped. So as soon as the siege is over, if they are successful, it will stop me again. Those weapons give really good materials, and they shouldn't. So that is something that they're probably going to change soon. Still under siege, which is good because we might be able to sell some horses. Come on. There's my level. I now have my smithing. Done. Here comes an army. Is that going to be enough? Here comes another one. Now they're messed up. What we want to do is we want to let this go. Well, we would hope that they would jump them. We want them to go in there. They're taking materials. So now we're going to go in. Because that way the prices will be a little bit higher. The horses, we can get rid of a couple. We can get rid of a couple mules. And we can get rid of more fish. And we gain another point. Now, here's the weapons. You don't have to move around. They're at the very top. All right. They will be literally sitting at the very top. And I wonder if Tail World did get rid of some of them, because it has been harder to find them. So you want to visit every town. So you want to have a plan of action. And I actually have a plan of action that I'm going to show you. I started with those two. What we're going to do is zigzag up and down. But we're going to make a stop out of the way. There they are right there. Those are what you want to pick up. Ujios. And now look to sell. Look at this. Grain is at 9. Another 13, 14,000. Boom. 130. And we're up to 160,000. Now we're going to make a stop off in Sayanon. The reason why is because there are 3 villages supplying it with hardwood. And believe it or not, you're going to be a little shocked. When I start smithing, I like to have approximately 1,500 hardwood just to start. So we are going to bleed this dry. Actually, we're going to wait here a moment. Andern is coming with some hardwood. Thank you. We are going to take all the hardwood. This is where we can go overweight, and we need to be really careful. So what we're going to do is we're actually... I'm going to take a few more. We do have a little bit of a herd penalty. Hopefully we'll get rid of that with selling these. Oh no, we have a herd penalty because of the mules. We have 92 mules, and we only have 79 troops. So that's where our herd penalty is coming from. Can we grab any more troops? No, we cannot. Now we're gonna grab this. Now what you can also do is hit the other towns that have them, which I really want to do as well. The other 2 towns, Carbenseth and Dunglanese, also have hardwood. And you don't care about the cost. That does not matter. So we're going to go over here and we're going to grab them as well. It's not that far out of the way. We're going to cut back through here. That's the other village. We want as much hardwood as we can. And the reason why is because Tail World changed how smithing works. They actually made it better for us. So let's check. No. Well, those are good. And we want ponies, though. That's one thing we're definitely going to want. We'll take all your hardwood. And now we're going to go to the 2 villages. And then up into Carbescent. As long as it's like not over 20, grab it. Trust me, grab it. Now we're going to go run back to the other villages. That's pretty expensive. So we're going to go back and check these now. This should take about a half an hour. We're just going to work through Empire territory. We're going to stop off in probably Otengard to pick up hardwood, pick up our companions, get through Aserai territory, and get back up to Theanon. That is what we are doing. I'm going to leave that village alone. Oh, they're burning it. Damn it. That's our other village. We'll get more, though. We've got 3 or 4 other places to check for hardwood. We're on a collecting phase right now. All right. They don't have really good ponies. You really want to get horses. And they don't have hardwood. The reason why you want to get horses is because it'll allow you to travel faster. You're going to get a herd penalty, but your guys are riding horses. So if possible, you kind of wanted to grab them. They're a bit expensive right now. The Imperial Charger isn't. I mean, that's cheap for a war horse. Let's hope they got stopped from burning it. Damn. Alright. Now we're going to go check this village. This village supplies it to Epicrodia. However, if they're at war, they will not. They'll go to Omar. That's what I'd like to see changed. I think if they own it, it should go to them. See, it's a high price, 15. We'll still take it. We're going to stop off at another place that's going to have a couple more that have hardwood. Horses? 1,700. Wow. Huge price for mules. First of all, we'll buy all their Pugios. We'll buy all their hardwood. As you can see, we're overweight. Tells you really don't want to get rid of any more of your mules. Because then you're going to start traveling even slower. So now we're going to go hit. Let me think of the route. All right. We're going to go hit Diathema, Argeron, and from Argeron, we're going to come back south. It's a little bit out of the way, but we're going to come back south, hit Amitatis, Dayanica, Horos, Lycaron, Physian, up through here, then back down through here, over here, and then down. So it's a little bit out of the way, but we're trying our best. Can we get another troop? We can get one more troop. We'll grab that to help out the herd penalty. Over 2,000 for the Aserai. Buy your Pugios. Hit the Alt key to buy all of them. They don't have any hardwood. And we don't have anything to sell but grain. We will sell that grain because we want to get back underweight, which we are now underweight. We'll gain a little bit more trade. So now we're going to go head over to Argeron, which does have a connecting village with hardwood. That village right there has hardwood. So we're going to go check there, see how much hardwood they have. They don't have much hardwood. You don't want to buy it because you don't want to drive the price up. It's not worth buying 15 or 20. And that was not them. You could also buy off the villagers if you wanted to. So first we'll buy their Pugios. No, we'll hold on to them for the moment. Check the hardwood. All right, they got 58 hardwood. So I will buy 58. And I did not check. I think they got fish. Yeah, they got fish, so we're not concerned about that. Why? We want to get over here. Although if the villagers come, we could technically just buy off the villagers. You don't gain trade on it. But we'll buy off the villages. There we go. Another 82. Look how much hardwood we have already. 800. Like I told you, that's not enough. I want to have 50 1,500. It sounds like a lot, but trust me when I tell you, it is not enough. You're going to go through more. Believe it. And we also got to watch our money. We got 151,000, so we're doing good there. If you don't mind doing it, you can sell off a couple of your smith weapons for money. First, we buy the weapons. We're not going to sell them. We could buy some more mules, which I think we're probably going to do. It's going to increase that herd penalty, but right now we're overweight. All right, we're down to 4.1. We got to have them. Now we'll go hit Amitatis. We're just trying to figure out the most efficient route. We're literally going to have over 100. We'll probably have close to 150 Pugios and over 100 Southern Throwing Daggers when we get done. And once we finish this up, the last part will be smithing. But this, you want to be as efficient as possible. Because this is, you don't want to take days away from your actual smithing. 1,500 we'll hold on to. And they got that. We'll sell some more of that. The more of this we sell, the less overweight we're going to be. So that's why I got rid of that. Because now we got a lot more weight we can carry. We're 4.1. There's nothing we can do about that. It's our herd penalty is what's killing us. We're allowed to have 80 mules or horses total. And right now we got, 110 or 120 mules? So whenever you get the chance, look and see, can we grab another troop? So once again, we'll buy them. Horses, they sell horses here. So obviously we can't get them. Zayonica. We'll go hit Poros up to Lycaron. We're just flipping this up. Every day we save here is one day that we get to smith longer. And how much you smith, you get to decide. You can just spend 50 days just to make a decent weapons and call it good. Or you can go ahead and decide that you want to smith enough. I could sell 2 there. You can decide that you want to go ahead and smith enough that you can make legendaries and you want to get max skill until they redo smithing. It's all up to you. You don't need to complete it in 300 days. Maybe you want to max your character out and get 400 days. Now, knowing your hard cap is also going to help because you will hard cap on smithing, which you will see that here soon. That's only 1,600. We'll hold that. And we don't need to sell anything else. We're pretty low on this. So I'm happy with where we're sitting. Now we're going to go hit Lycaron, which they do have hardwood connected to it. It's not a great output city, but they do have it. We're not going after these. We're too slow. I'm not really going after anything else at the moment. What we could do is you could stop off and do a bandit base if they're along the way. All right, let's see how much their hardwood is. First, we'll buy those. We're going to hold on to them. They're at 27. We're not buying that. So now we're going to go hit Physian so we don't have to come back to it. And then we're just going to go up here, which in fact, I might hit Cerrone up first. Because when we come back down, we're going to come down this way. So, and then we're going to have to stop off and hit Bolstrom. Now we're going to go pick up our people, which means we're going to have to get rid of people. Because we're going to go over our maximum. 1,700, we'll wait on. Right now, we're going to go pick them up. So that's 3 more people we're going to have in our group. This is why you also want to get it done as fast as possible. As you can see, we are now about to hit our next one. And why is that important? We can pick up a companion, and while we're over here, we can get another workshop. So planning this out right really helps you in the long run save time. We're almost 150 steward, but now we'll have to get rid of people. We'll be able to get more, but we are now going to pick these guys up, which is going to put us over our cap. We were at 80, so we got to get rid of 2 people. We'll just get rid of 2 Aserai recruits. We'll jump up. We get 15 more on our next level. All right, let's go back to trade. Let's grab these. We'll wait on those. Those are not good enough. Now I want to put these guys in their right position. Liena is his wife. This matters, and you're going to find out why in smithing. I have myself, my wife, my big brother, my big brother's wife, then the companions. And it will matter a lot. Trust me. So we're going to go hit Saronia first before we go up north. It would be amazing if we could get 2 or 3 bandit bases along the way. That would be another 20, 30, even 40,000. It'd be a lot more if you had all blunt weapons. There's a way that you can do it. Pick up our Pugios. They're only 1,600, so we're not going to do that. Now, this one has hardwood. And Prella does have hardwood. So we'll have to watch for that. The only reason why we're coming over into here, 2 reasons. 1 is to get a workshop. 2 is to get the hardwood out of Otengard. Can't remember if McKeb has it. In fact, I'm going to go off this direction. I want them to go in first. They did not go in. Thank you very much for not going in. I'm being sarcastic. Pick up our Pugios. And 1,600, still not good enough. I will hold them. We didn't check the hardwood. It's at 20. So what I think, no, we're just going to let it go. Now, it should be any moment. As I said, you really want to have a companion from each culture so they could be governors. However, I'm not going to worry about that. There, we just increased. I can now pick up a companion. So you really want to pick one up so that way they can help smith. Now, obviously, they can't. There's no weapons here. Although, I don't want to do it. Now what you want to think about is getting a little bit of food potentially. You want to make sure you're going to gain your smithing. Now we're pretty good on food, so I'm happy with it. Now we want to decide about bandit bases. Okay, do we have enough to do bandit bases? I can already tell just by looking at this map, we do. We could take on bandit bases. Now the other thing you have to decide is, do you want prisoners? If you look at what we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They could all take blunt weapons and do bandit bases and get prisoners. 2 bandit bases is equivalent to about 35 to 40,000 dinars with all blunt weapons. Now, 2 people won't have blunt weapons because that's 8 of us. And we want to bring in 10. However, I am not going to do that. I'm not going to take the time to switch everybody out. But what we would do is, first of all, let's look. There we go. That is a bandit base. So it could be that one to the north. It could be one to the south. And it is that one. So we're going to get a quest from this for free. Relation, charm, money for free on doing something we are already going to do. So once again, these guys don't have shields, so we don't want to take them. I will not show you the bandit base, so we can cut the time out. You've seen me do it already. I will see you in just a moment. And welcome back. Here is the boss. He's down. We got about 8 or 9 prisoners. You need 9 at the start of the game, so right now we're probably up to at least 12 to do it. We got 10, which is great. And as you can see, we got our next clan tier. We're going to take the peasants because they only cost 1 each. And now that is also going to decrease our herd penalty. And we completed the quest. Now, we could find a laborers right over here. And you have a choice to make. This could have a laborer. First of all, like I said before, if the headman wants to take money, you have to decide if you want the money or if you want the relation with him. The other point is if you do take it, you have to come back here to do it when there are other places down here. Now, the negative to that, if you don't take it, is that you might not find one, as you saw in the last game. There wasn't one. So we're going to take it just to be safe. And unfortunately, it is tools. So now we're going to run over here to do this one. And we're probably not going to run to town because you can see it is at nighttime right now. And we do not want to waste time. We would have to waste an entire day to run to town to see if there's a quest. And we don't want to waste an entire day because, once again, we can just go right back in and get it done. And I will see you on the flip side. And welcome back. And look at that. He's got 6 behind him. That is great. As you can see, a couple of my guys went down. But that is amazing. Goodbye. They only got 2, but there was 6 there, so that's 8. We have enough to do a turn-in right now. And 5 renown from a bandit base is pretty damn good. And we're taking all 23 of them. And we are going to get rid of get rid of the tribesmen. Because you got to get rid of 5 more. They're all really low level. I don't want to get rid of my Imperial because you could see I'm down to 8. So I think I'll just dump off those 5. I just hit the shift key. That got rid of 5. So there we go. All that fun jazz we got there. Now let's double check where we have our guys at. Alright, we got Baltic Hand and Otengard exactly where they should be. We do need another companion. So let us head in this direction and hope we get another bandit base or 2. We're going to double check this because you don't know, the quest could have come back, which it didn't. It's still got tools. You can get a... I think there's one over here. I really think there is one in here. Don't see it yet. This is where you get the hardwood, though. I really feel like there's one around here. There it is. I knew it. We're going to run into town real quick. Let's hope we can make town and make it up there. Unfortunately, they do not have one. We did need to buy the hardwood. Now, we can get rid of all this. We don't need that. I really would love to buy butter and cheese. Alright, that's good enough. And let's hope we can make that bandit base before nighttime. And we did. Ooh, I gotta increase these guys. I don't have tier 2s. Alright, we'll get this one done, and I will see you on the flip side. And only 3 guys behind him, that sucks. You want as many as possible. And unfortunately, I killed him. So, I only got 4 guys out of that entire bandit base. That sucks. And I lost 2 guys. We only got 22 guys, where we could have had 75 if we had all blunt weapons. So, we're going to go check. And hopefully... Oh, we got another bandit base. Now, we don't have time. We do not have time to run over there and check and see if that is a quest, because we'd have to run around here. And we do not want to waste any time. What would be perfect is after this one... Oh, there's another bandit base. If after this one, that was a laborer and we could just call it good. So, once again, I will see you after this one. I know it can get a little repetitive, but I want to show you less of this boring stuff that I'm doing and more of what you really want to see. So, I will see you in just a moment. Well, I didn't end up showing you that because my guys actually lost. They all got defeated. And that can happen. So we're going to just move on. We don't want to hang around. It's not doing us any good. I'm not there. We could technically do it. It'd have to be a one-shot deal. Aid Corps. Do not pay for wounded soldiers. You know what? I think we're gonna pass. We have some on us. Let's just call it good. We just need to find one laborer and we're done. Now what we need is a workshop. We do also need a companion. I'm going to try the grizzled. Well, and the reason why is because I think he's going to have more endurance for smithing. So let's see if he does have the endurance. He's got 2 and 1. He is only level 13 though. That sucks. You want as much endurance as possible. He will work. Not the best or ideal of situations, but right now I don't care. This is just a guide showing you what I'm doing. It's not actually me playing the game. If I was playing it, I would probably take somebody else. But just for now, I just want to get it done and show you. You could take a little bit more time to find a companion, but you really want to have that companion before you smith. I can't say that enough. Okay. We're in a velvet weavery. They got a linen weavery, and they got a smithy. So we can convert this into a wool weavery. You want to see if they got a wool weavery. Obviously, you don't want to buy a second one. It'll still make money, just not a lot. So now we have everything done that we needed to get done. The only thing we really need to find is a manual laborers to sell off these prisoners. And we're finished. We can just go collect up our parts and we're done. No, art of the trade. They don't have one. We do need to go hit Onira though. So I'm going to check this one here. If they don't have it, we're going to Onira, which they do not have one. They can also have them down here, but we need to check Onira and Volstrom and Donostica for weapons, and that's every village we've checked. Let's check the hardwood here. That's a decent price. We'll take that. As I told you, 1,500 to start. Now we're letting, hopefully, Seanon, they don't have their 3 villages, any of them taken, or they're not at war, because then they'll be producing a ton and it'll be cheap. So that's what we're hoping for. Would you? No hardwood. Get rid of the sheep and the wool. You can see we're up to a little over 1,100. Now we'll go hit. That one's probably not going to have one. There are a couple up here that could have them. As you can see, that assault. I'm going to take a risk and hope that it has one. There we go. All right. It was worth the risk. This isn't going to be as much because I don't have as many. I didn't get a lot out of it. Like I said, you get those blunt weapons and it can be absolutely amazing. All right. How many do I have? Hopefully I have at least 17. Okay. I got 22. So those 22 brought me 16,900. But we are now finished with that part. We have everything done that we needed to get done. Now all we have to do is we're going to go hit Bolstrom, Donostica, and then we just hit the Asarai, and we can go shoot straight on up to Seanon to Smith. We're practically finished. Money, like I said, is a concern. However, you can go ahead and sell your Smith weapons. If that's what you want to do, that's what you do. I normally don't do it because I feel it's kind of an exploit right now. Smithing's going to be changed. I'm sure that's going to be changed. You shouldn't be able to make 120,000 items that easily. So I feel that it's going to be changed. Same thing with these. These are going to be changed as well. I fear sometime here in the very near future. So now all we have to do is hit Donostica, which I don't think we've checked. And then it's just these cities here. And we can beeline straight up to Seanon. They just went under siege. That is why it stopped me. I don't really want to hang around here for a while. That is the problem. You can... Oh, there they go. Here comes the army. Perfect. Right on time. We'll take my Nampuchos. And now we'll go head down to Hussenfolk, where they can have our southern throwing daggers. And I'll show you an easy way to find them. I could, of course, go after those looters as well that would have the parts for me. What you do is hit the shield and hit type once. And there they are. Easiest way to do it. A lot of people fumbling around try to find it. It's 2 simple key presses. Hit the shield because shields, bows, crossbows, bolts, arrows, throwing daggers, they're all into the same category. So hit the shield and then hit type once. And you pick up your southern throwing daggers. You also want to make sure you got that food. So if possible, you might want to pick up a little bit of food. Of course, you could be checking for tournaments. There's our southern throwing daggers. You know, you could check for deliver the herd if you wanted to. I mean, that's a free 5,000. I'm not going to do it just because if I had to, I could go ahead and sell. They could have one right now. Or they'll probably have a bandit base sitting there. But we're not going to worry about that right now. We are just going to get this finished up as I show you this. And then we are going to hit the hardest thing to work on. And that is smithing. Just because there is so much involved in it. Now, I'm not going to get into all the details and nuances of smithing itself. A couple reasons is one that it's going to change. Before the game goes live, smithing's going to change. Second of all, there are a couple guides out there already. It would be something that is very detail oriented and you don't want to miss something. So there's a lot of information to learn in smithing. I am just going to teach you the way to recognize what you should do if you want to get smithing up super fast. That is what I'm going to teach you. What do you want to look for? Now that we're done with this, we're all finished. Now what you can do is you're going to look at what weapon you're going to use. You want to work on your bow, getting that max. That's going to be great for sieges. A little bit of riding and athletics. And then really, it's just this. Leadership and charm. So the first thing obviously I'm going to take is I'm going to take that because in case I were to do a bandit base, I want to start gaining some skill. The faster you swing, so you don't have to worry about it, because one of these days he can block you. And then all of a sudden you get into a real mess. I will probably grab a little bit of stuff out of Asgard, not much. Make sure I got a little bit of grain, dates, beer for Tony, fish. Make sure I have that. Like right here, this could be one right here. This could be going, although do I have any left? I do have 2 left. So I'd have to sell them. And it's going to Quias. Quias should be right there. Yeah, I could technically do this one. Although, I think I'm going to show you the other trick. I'm not going to take that for 5,000 because it's going to totally mess up what I'm about to do. We're going to go ahead to Sayanon. Why not grab horses and make one final trip up there to make money? All right, we got to watch now. We're at 4.4. Show you some stuff on real quick. Let's get rid of that. All right. Mules, we got to watch the herd penalty. We don't want to get too much of a herd penalty going. We'll go down to 4. All right, that'll be good. So we grabbed about 20. Well, actually, beer is cheap. Meat, butter, dates. Yeah, we'll grab it all. We don't need a whole lot of grain. Let's get our daggers. Because what that will do is, that's going to get me a free 30 to 40,000. I just bought like 22,000 worth of horses. I can go sell that for 40 to 60,000 easily. Because I'm heading up that way anyways. So why not stop off just a tiny bit out of the way to make 20 to 40,000. My daggers, not many. A little bit expensive. I think I'm going to be happy with that right there. I actually do not want to get rid of too much. We're just stopping off in Quayas just to get the daggers. Then all we have to do is just drop off some of those horses and head over to Sayanon, and we're finished. So you see, I'm finished, but hey, why not grab that? Because one thing it's going to do is it's going to bring us closer to this. If you can get that and cut your payment in half, you look, we're paying $421 a day. That would cut it down to $210 a day. It's not a ton, but you can see we're making $500. So you want to cut it down as much as possible. Because you're going to be buying more wood. Trust me when I tell you. A lot more wood. So now that we got that done, let's head on over here. Let's sell up a few of these horses, make a bunch of money. Now, like I said, if you're going to sell off the weapons, that wouldn't be necessary to do. But in a normal game, this is what I would technically do. So I'm going to show you it. Now, you want to be prepared for the last part. I haven't decided how I'm going to work smithing yet. I'm going to show the first part of it guaranteed. Now, once I get up to the boring part, I don't know what I'm going to do. I really want to show all of it, but I might end up cutting it into 2 parts. Just because it can take so long, I think I might cut it into 2 parts. The beginning and then the end. That's what I have to be careful with. Going overweight, 133. We won't be able to hit 150. Not without putting another point into social or another point into trade. That we're not going to hit 150 in this run. That would take another, at least 1 after this, maybe 2. But we're just selling this off to make some additional money. There's another 8 grand right there. I mean, we're just going to Sayanon. So we're just going right there. So we're not too far out of the way. And also, by doing this, we can go hit Oxhall to get more hardwood that they've replenished. Because we're going to need hardwood. $135. Going really good. And you want to be up here ready to go in under 200 days. So I said we wanted to finish up the last one at 160 days. We were at 161. Now we are moving slow. But our hope is that we're at 200 days when we get to Sayanon. That is what we are really, really hoping for. That will put us on track to where we need to be. And that is too low. That is great. We are starting to get overweight now. We have only a 1 herd penalty, but we're just starting to go overweight. But this is where we're going to get the hardwood. So it's going to put us even more overweight. That's an amazing price for horses. There we go. They only have 14. So let's hope the village has some. We're done. We don't have to go check these other guys. We're finished. We're going to go grab the hardwood and head to Sayanon. 101 of it at 20. Yep, I'll take it. So now let's head over here. I will probably cut it into 2 episodes just because I think I'm going to have to do a bit of talking to explain things. Normally, I can get it done in 40 to 70 minutes. Get smithing done. But I think with talking and explaining things out, I think I'm going to need to cut it into 2 episodes. So that's what I'm going to end up doing. As I said, normally can attack those guys. You want to see how much they are. They're at 26. That's a bit high. That I don't really want to do. There you go, 14. Now we'll hit town, and we just have the other villages. We're only going to check 2 of the 3 villages. The other one's a little more out of the way. They don't have any hardwood here. So we're going to go check. He's burning one. That doesn't help us out. We need Britannia to be at peace, because they'll burn the 3 villages. And that'll drive up the price of hardwood. Because we're sitting and saying on, because they're going to be bringing hardwood. So occasionally we buy the hardwood right in town. And unfortunately, they're burning that. That sucks. Well, let's get over here and buy it before it drives the price up too much. There you go. We have, as I said, 1,500 hardwood. Almost right on the dot. That is where I like to start. So we have everything done. How close are we getting now? Look at that. We're already halfway through Clan Tier 2. That means another workshop and another companion to help us. So we have accomplished everything we needed to accomplish, and let us hope we are at 200 days or less. Damn, memory leak. Memory leak. Come on. 219. All right, so we're a little bit over. So we hope to get some good luck on parts when we smith to help catch us up. Like I said, it's not a perfect science. And we did go out of the way to sell horses as well. That was probably an extra 3, 4, 5 days. So, you know, and we didn't have to stop off in Otengard. So all in all, it's not terrible. We could literally finish up in 80 days if they give us the right parts, or it could take 200 days. And I will show you that in the next episode. So until then, take care, and thanks for watching.